Welcome back, everybody. Got another video here with Mr. Buffalo Soldier. Nothing intended for legal purposes. We're talking about history, the past, and give some knowledge. How you doing, sir?
All right, and yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Now let's cover. Where do we end up off? Let's cover Stacy, Champion Stacy.
Yeah, that's where I want to go today. She was half sister to Perot. Thunderball was also her father, sire. And just to prove Thunder all the way around, his potency, I bred into that pure Mayfield bitch that I got from Soviakis. And I bred into another Staffordshire Terrier,
Wow.
which produced Stacy. And she was just a freak of nature.
Right.
Now, I have to mention her because she lost her ball. I take that back. She never lost. Period.
Right.
And she was 4-0 is what I meant to say. Excuse me. I have my son Bruce sitting here with me.
Right.
I had no idea that she would be here yet. I had bad parental vision.
Right.
Unless you saw me walk in. No, I didn't. At any rate, Stacy, as I said, and by the way, Bruce made the breeding of Stacy. And she was out of a bus driver's staff. And Stacy just happened to be that unbelievable dog that we tried many ways to get rid of her and destroy her because of the staff blood that I had started to recognize the difference in the dog.
Right.
But Stacy, from the first time she ever got bit at about 5 months old, she was just unbelievably bad.
One of those freaks of nature, huh?
Just a freak of nature. And believe me, we tried bad to destroy Stacy, but she wasn't having it. And I had to prove her because of the way she was bred. And I did prove her. All our matches were contracts matches. And 2 of those matches were into the guys that beat me with my Barada. I beat them twice.
Right.
Yeah. After that. At any rate, Stacy was a dog that just so happened to be in that 42-pound weight class, which Blondie, Snooky, Lady Stone, all those dogs were in that class. Tornado.
Right.
Lots of competition back then. And I'm just a tag along because I go with one boy. So we go to Arkansas looking for Blondie with Snooky, a 4-time winning dog. And I'm riding with Snooky. But I know his biggest adversary is riding with him,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
and anyway, we go to Arkansas trying to get hooked into Blondie. And it didn't happen for whatever reason. And the next thing I know, Boone was hooked into Blondie. And he beat her. That's a part of the story. That was,
Right.
Yeah, I was just quiet about it, but at the same time, I had Stacy, and she was just proven to be a remarkable dog. At any rate, we came back to Chicago, and poor boy had to mention to me with Stacy, with his full-time winning Snooky dog, and I beat him in an hour and something. I don't know. I beat Snooky with Stacy. That was her second time out.
Right.
Yeah. First time I was out was with some Jim Wilson bred dog. The first time I went there, she won that. But now, after that, was the contest now. After Snooky was Leeson Dog and Company. The guys that beat me with
Okay.
they brought two very good females. One was a 6-time winner from what I heard. And the other was a Chicago Nate bred dog. And unfortunately she killed Stacy, but Stacy won.
Right.
Yeah, Stacy won. But she was 4-0. And I bred her and Farah together. And that is what my family stands on. Those two dogs, Stacy and Farah. And throughout the years, certainly I've added, a pinch of this and a pinch of that. But I took a Stacy Farah pup and bred Nebraska, which was a pure Mayfield dog.
Right. Braskin. Right.
Yeah. And that produced a female I had named Sister Soldier. Somewhere around there, I have a picture of her. She looked just like Braskin, but that body structure was different.
Mm-hmm.
But at any rate, I bred her to Jelly Roll Red. That's a different dog that I bred out of somebody else's dog. And that's a whole other story.
Right.
But that was the first cross that I had made with my family of dogs.
Right. What was the dog's name? Geronimo Red?
Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll Red. Oh, Jelly Roll
Jelly
Red.
Roll Red. Gotcha. How was that dog bred?
Okay. That dog was bred out of pure families. All pure families. He was bred out of Miles Davis, Miles Davis on the top.
Right.
And Little Jeff's trainer, but ready to rumble Trina on the bottom side, a pure red boy bitch.
Gotcha.
She was pure red boy, and Miles Davis composed of pure G and pure Mayfield. And I was breeding really the Miles Davis more at the pure Mayfield blood in that dog, because I had Esther, his mother's sister, one of the pure Mayfield dogs that I've had over the years. I hate you think about how many of those I lost. Got out of my hands. A lot of good blood.
Right, right. Plus
That's right.
the Braskin was pure Mayfield too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
He was a pure Mayfield dog that Paul Sofiakis brought to me. that guy was a character. That was a deal for me. But he brought me Braskin, and I kept him maybe a week or so. I brought him with two bitches. I didn't get her. I got a layer on one. Missed, I guess, on the other one. But I made the cross with Sister Soldier and Jelly Roll Red. And that was like adding, as I said before, a turbocharger to thunder. And it did. My dogs, they went from just being ear specialists to face and mouth, which I disapproved of, but you take good where you find it.
Right.
Because my old dogs, old Stacy dogs, ear dogs exclusively. That's how I could get so much mileage out of those dogs. They ear specialists.
Right.
But what happened when I added Jelly Roll Red, they went to face and mouth. The one good thing that it showed up, and it showed up strong, they were finishers. And he was producing them regular finishers. I told this story before. I had a little female, little Eve, never been touched in her life. Went to test her. They insisted upon gambling. So, I had to pay for the test, bottom line. Little Eve, first time she ever had a tooth on her, killed a 4-time winner.
Wow.
In the square. Yes. And the way she was bred was, here's a story. Little Eve was bred by little Jim, California.
Little Jim Marshall.
Right. Yeah, that's who bred them out of my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I sent him 2 dogs out there, and he inbred all of them.
Right.
He inbred them twice. He sent me back 3 females. The little Eve was one of them, and that's the one I just described. And she was virtually a Jelly Roll Red brood matron. And what I did was spread Jelly Roll Red to her. And that produced GK, the Giant Killer. The Giant Killer is the dog that I competed against Frank Jacob with. We went 2 hours and 23 minutes and killed each other.
Mm.
I stood the line at 10 seconds. I jumped him at 11 minutes too late. That's the game. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was good sport, good competition, and all of that. Also, that was the dog involved with the rubbing incident that my name is attached to. I won't be able to live that down or whatever, but I know me, and as I kind of, explain that, is that I'm like Pete Rose or Allen Iverson or Colin Kaepernick. You never be able to take away what I've accomplished, no matter what.
That's true.
Yeah, no matter what.
Yeah.
And with saying that, people can think what they want, but I know what I've done. Which is competed hard. Now back to the story that I'm trying to tell from Thunderball all the way up until BB, who was the last one I had. But GK was a 4-time winner. I think he might have been a 5-time winner, most likely. Man, I had him farmed out, and I don't think I got the right information, but whatever. I took him out 4 times. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, I got him out of that breeding of Jelly Roll Red and Little E. I bred him to one of my last Stacy Parra bitches that had the blood in them. That was the last one I got.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I got a male in that.
Right.
By the name of Jelly Roll. No, I think by the name of Daddy-O. Daddy-O was right cur. But now, I don't advise you youngsters in the game to do the things that I've done. Because remember, I'm breeding out of my own yard. So I know what's in my dogs, and they're mine exclusively. So I say that to justify breeding Daddy-O. But Daddy-O is the sire to BB. And I'll get to him later. After Stacy, I had Akbar and his brother Malcolm X. Akbar is a dog that Boone described. I beat him with Akbar. I had several 2-time winners. Several. I made a list of the dogs, my top 10 dogs that I've had. I posted it somewhere on social media, but sometimes I post stuff, I don't know where I put it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
a list of my top 10 best dogs.
Nice.
And, just to brag a little bit, I bred, not Thunderball because I bought him as a puppy.
Right.
6 weeks old, but Farrar, Stacy, Akbar, and Malcolm, and Harp, and I can name on and on dogs that I bred myself that I was able to take to the square and win with. So, believe me, as a competitor, I've lost a lot of times just like I've won. So that go with your game.
Right.
But I want to mention, talk about the dog from Stacy forward, because from Thunderball all the way up until BB, believe me, I've had some remarkable dogs, and I enjoy walking my dogs and conditioning them and having them all myself. I just loved it. From how Richard Stratton described it in his first book I read, is that I had pit bull fever.
A lot of people did. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people did for sure. For sure. Now back to Stacy a little bit. Now you mentioned she was around the same time as Tornado and
Yeah.
Blondie and um
Okay.
Rostaman's Lady Stone and all that, right?
One of those dogs were around at that
Yeah,
time, but
yeah.
I wasn't keeping up a lot of noise with Stacy
Right.
because I had my competitor right in the same car with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we were dog buddies anyway, but that's all game is.
Hmm.
You want to compete.
Right, right.
Well,
Did you see Blondie and Lady Stone? Did you see that show?
no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
I saw Blondie and some bitch that Indiana Gary Fitch had. I think down in Kentucky.
Uh-huh.
Um, so many places I've been, Richard. I have no idea where I live. I mean, as far as
Right.
geographical location, I don't know much.
Right, right.
Yeah, but we had big fun with
Hmm.
back in that day. What can I say?
Right, right. Now,
But
how'd you think Stacy would have done against Blondie?
I didn't get to see her, but let me
Oh,
tell you a story about Blondie. Why we were going looking for Blondie in Arkansas was the fact that I had dog men calling me from all over the country, including the Rebel, as a Buffalo Law Park with Blondie.
yeah, yeah,
That is one badass dog.
yeah.
And I'm telling you,
She was.
Ken Allen, yeah, that was my nature, and that
Yeah,
I don't believe you. That was just me and my nature. So because I like to compete,
sure.
but as I say, I had the competition right there in the car with me as we went to try and challenge Blondie in Arkansas, and it didn't happen. But Boone beat her, and with Lady Stone.
Right.
And I listened to his stories. Sorry about that. I didn't get to see it, but sure, I would have competed with him. I mean, I can't say if I would won or lost. What can I say? I would have competed. I saw Tornado. Uh, her style, her style was Stacy would have nullified her style.
Right.
I think that's something that never know. So she was just that ear specialist, Stacy was,
Right.
and so that was a chest dog strictly. I, I bet against her down in Kentucky. And it was cold. I left and wanted to get warm in my truck, and I came back 20 minutes later, and the program was the same. I paid my bet off and went back to the truck.
Yeah, get warm again. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with competition. You can't be scared. Me and my friend talk about that all the time. You can't be scared. You think you got a good one. You don't know,
Yes.
what's going to happen, but you go in there to win. And you don't shy away just because somebody says that's a bad dog or whatever. You kind of go towards it. If that's a bad dog, I want to beat it. Kind of that attitude.
Now, that brought some thinking there. As a matter of fact, I said a friend of mine that I said it to, that I love to see a champion earn his championship. Not only, go out to win, it's hard competition.
Exactly.
Such as the Super Bowl just day before yesterday. That was a good game because it was hard competition. They had to go into overtime because both sides feel refuse to yield.
Right.
And that's what a good bulldog is, and a good test is that if you want to have good, test with good. You know, get your ass kicked. Yeah. Go back to the drawing board. Try it again.
Yep.
So
I agree.
that's just always been my theory. I love to compete with the hard competition. In order to have good dogs, I love to compete with the hard competition. And that doesn't say very much to my daddy-o dog. I have to mention Kerr, but he produced for me, baby. You know, so whatever I say about it, I've read to him and he produced for me.
There it is. There it is.
GK was his daddy, the giant killer.
Right.
So I skipped the generation.
Skip the generation. There you go.
Yeah. And that's about what I wanted to get to with my dogs is the front dogs. And from that little Eve dog, actually, Jelly Roll Red for it. Jelly Roll Red, I bred him in the late 90s, I believe. I got his papers right here somewhere. But when I crossed that dog, it produced some finishers, man. GK did that, Eve did it, GK did it, and BB did it.
Mm.
Yeah, it keeps popping up. And certainly I'm not complaining about that.
Of course not.
They went from the ear to face and mouth. And what can I say? They're different family now. I mean,
right.
It's all my battle of soup. That that's what a person got to do is build his own family and work out of that.
Yep.
And it takes some years to do that, and I know that.
Yes, sir. Well,
but
you put the work in. You use the best individuals you had, and the proof is in the pudding.
That's bottom line. The proof is in the pudding. And as I said before, I said to young people out there now, if you really want to have one, compete with the best you can find. I mean, it's hard to do nowadays because of circumstances, but if you want competition, compete with the real competition to prove that you got a quality product. So
that's true. That covers all genres. That's with people competing too. Same thing. You want to be the top, best boxer, best NFL player, best whatever it is. You have to compete against the best, or what's considered the best.
Secretariat.
Exactly.
Yes. I'm a big fan of his. It's the worst.
Oh, me too. He's my favorite. I got to see him live on TV. In fact, back in our day, we got to see 3 Triple Crown winners within a few short years. Secretariat and Affirmed, and what was the other one? Seattle Slew.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Yeah. But
that's I guess a blessing to be able to see them. But Secretariat captured the attention of the world is what he did.
That's right. He was a monster.
Oh man! I mean that's what my Thunderbolt dog was. Just a monster.
Yeah. That's how you compare them.
Yeah.
You see a horse like that. You see a dog like that. They in their own genre. They're at the top level.
Yeah. Yes,
stand out.
Yes, sir. And I set my standards by him.
There you go.
Yeah. And standards are very high. So, but over the years, I've had several of them reach those standards. Let me tell you a story. As I mentioned earlier, I had a list of my top 10 best dogs. I had a dog that a lot of Chicago saw in recent years. Not that recent, but they saw Super Duper. And he was a one-time winner. And I put him at the bottom of my all-time great top 10 list because he barely made it. And the few Chicago dog men I talked to, they still talk about Duper right today. And he was a good one. He was a good one, but he barely made the list. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He barely made the list. But there's another, a lot of Chicagoans saw that. Right. And that was very unusual for me.
Right.
One of those situations. We did. So
nice.
I don't know how much time we got left here or what, but I have, I guess lots of dog stories to tell.
Yeah.
But my dogs have shown me that they are something special. And like any other dog man, a dog breeder, you breed, you try and get one that's good, that's quality. But that's very hard to do. A good quality bulldog, it's expensive. You run a lifetime, you've done very well.
Yes, sir.
Pretty much true.
Yep. I agree. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll think of another dog for the next show. This one's about Stacy, and you can come up with another one, and then we'll do a show on that one. How's that sound?
Sounds good. Just call anytime you're ready.
All right. I appreciate it, sir. And once again, thank you very much. Thanks for the history lesson.
All right.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.